going to start working on this little character. I'm going to make it some cartoonish, and we're going to start from here and see where I can go. I'm going to try to talk through all the video, and should be my first time doing this. So I'm going to start making like in the old times when we didn't have the dynamesh, creating the base mesh. But first let's go to tool, and let's open our Nick Human, because I want to make it at some real scale. So drag it, press T to edit. I know that this guy is in real scale in centimeter, so let's delete the rest of them. Delete. Okay, now let's press some floor. We are in the center with him, doesn't matter. Let's move it just a little bit like this. Now let's go to tool. No, let's go to append, and let's go to this sphere like this. Let's move it. Okay, now let's select our this sphere, and let's make a quick test by pressing A. As you can see, if we press A on the keyboard, we will have our topology. Let's press again A, and now let's press X to start our symmetry. So let's just drag it another sphere like this, and if we press A, we start to create our base mesh. Let's start our subtool so we can see our size, but doesn't matter, let's make it roughly and then we will scale it afterwards. Let's close this one, and let's add another upper body like this. If we go to move, you can drag it like this. Let's press A again. Okay, now let's go to draw mode again. Let's drag another one. Let's press W to go to move, and let's drag it up like this. Now let's go to draw again, Q on the keyboard. Let's draw another one. Let's press A. Interesting. Let's press E to go to scale. We can scale it, make it bigger. If we press A, you can see this should be our legs. Going to Q, A. Let's make another one over here. Go to move. Something like this. E, scale it. Let's create a big one over here. Like this. This should be our tail. I mean dragon tails. Let's go to move and let's make it like this. Now if we go to draw again, Q, we can create over here. Just press and you can make more. Okay, let's continue and let's add our foot like this. I think we will use dynamesh, so no need for creating more details in this area. We can see on the way what we can add or remove. Let's create another body over here. Let's go to move like this. Okay, now let's make our big dragon head like this. But we do not have it. Why? It's too big. Now let's go to E, scale, and let's scale this one. Press A. Okay, now it's better. Make it bigger. Now let's create some mouth. Go to move, drag it. Let's add more over here. Let's create some arms like this. Going to move, create another one, drag it. Let's press A. Interesting. Let's create our, where we're gonna put our eyes. Okay. Let's create our hands. Let's tweak it a little bit. Of course, now you can just go to a sphere and just drag, draw it, move it, make it whatever we want, because we also gonna use dynamesh. But in the back times, old times, we didn't have dynamesh, so this was a good start of making our base mesh and have a pretty decent topology, as you can see. Okay, I think this is enough for our start. I'm going to continue working and detailing. Now let the fun begin. So we're gonna go and start sculpting. But before that, let's open our mail. Look how big is it. Let's go to scale. Like this. And now let's scale it down. Something, yes, something like this. Okay, now let's delete this one. Okay, now let's make it polymesh 3D. So if we press A on the keyboard, as you can see, this polymesh remain the same. But if you go here, you can see we have our Z-sphere. So let's go our model. Let's select another basic material, something like this. Let's go to polyframe. We do not need this group, so press Ctrl W and make just one like this. Now let's add some device like this. Okay. Press B, press M, and let's start again. Let's press X because we do not have the symmetry selection. And now let's start the fun of modeling. Let's add our basic big shapes. to smooth out our character, we're gonna press shift and just smooth like this. Okay, let's work a little bit on the legs like this. I want to make the belly bigger, so B, inflate. If we go to move topological, usually we can separate pretty good the base from the legs or something like this. Okay. I'm trying to make the big shape first to reach the point that I like it. I think this guy is still too thin, so let's make it more big. We can, by pressing, let's move W and pressing Ctrl and drag it, we will mask the area that we do not want to move. If we press Ctrl and press a left click, we smooth out our mask. And let's go to move and just make it a little bit bigger. Let's unmask and continue working like this. Smooth out. Let's make our head big and cute. Okay, we want to add our mouth, so let's go to B, clay buildup, press Alt so we can dig in. Smooth out. You can go to move also and just drag it. Go back to clay buildup and just dig in our surface. We could have made it in these spheres, but for now let's continue like this one. Let's go with inflate. As you can see, we have tons of ways to approach our model, but I didn't remember that to make the mouth. Doesn't matter because I think I will go to dynamesh very soon, so I can have details on my mesh. Let's increase our eyes because we're going to have big eyeballs like this. I do encourage you to stay and work on some low levels of polygons before you go and add too many, so you can control your mesh and build up your big surface first before adding any details. Let's make our belly a little fatty like this. Because right now we are still trying to find out our character. Let's work on some hands. We can make the hands in more pose, so let's go to rotate, Ctrl, like this, and just drag them, and also a little bit more smaller. Move it like this. unmask. Let's smooth out this. Okay, let's go back. Go to, we have already the clay buildup. Let's make it more bigger and add our first nose like this. Let's add some fat, some McDonald's on the arms. I think the arms are looking more humanoid, so we're gonna try to keep some human anatomy over there. Like this. Let's make this belly bigger. Okay. Let's drag the foot lower. Like this. Let's go back to clay buildup and add some 3 fingers, something like this. Okay. Too much. I'm going to try to make it cute as possible. So let's make a big, beautiful smile. I think now we can go and add our dynamesh so we can have more info over here. But let's try to see how many. Let's go to, you are in geometry, dynamesh, and just press it. No. Dynamesh. Yes. Too low, of course. No. Masking. We have our masking check, so that's why I couldn't do dynamesh. So let's uncheck this one. Go again to dynamesh and press again. Press no. I think I have too much. Yes. But now we can go to Ctrl Z. Let's see. Let's uncheck. And let's go lower. Yes. Pretty decent. So we can go from here. Let's smooth out. It's not necessary to, let's say, add dynamesh. We could also go and make a direct ZBRUSH now, so we have our new topology, because I actually won't stay too much in dynamesh pose. I like more the flow of ZBRUSH, a good topology that work with you with the flow, so help you. I'm not really sure, but let's make it more rounded. Let's smooth out. Let's add one divide for these legs. Let's make them rounder and with like this, because we were gonna add some claw later on, like this. Oops, press V instead of B for shortcut to our brushes. Press pre, and then instead let us to go and add some sort of wrinkles inside, like this. Okay, I think this area is set for ZBRUSH. Let's go to, let's have some fun with some line over here, like this. Right here, something like this. Now let's create some hands. Let's go to shake hook. This allows you to take some part of the brush and just drag it like this. Let's make our cute hand. And how many fingers? Let's make 1, 2, 3. Let's make only 3. Like this. Just 3 cute fingers. Let's press dynamesh again by pressing Ctrl and drag a mask in the space. We have too little, but we can add another divide. B, inflate. To broken. This should be our elbow. Something like this. Let's make it I think the arms are still too big, so let's shorten up. Trying to figure out how to make them more human friendly or human anatomy. Yep, something like this. Let's smooth out something. Doesn't matter to ZBRUSH, we will fix those. Let's dig to add some claws later, like this. Okay, I think it's a good hand for now, before I ZBRUSH. Oops, what's this? Okay, I'm going to actually make his foot bigger. I can also make it later, but let's make it now. Something like this. Okay, now let's go to the face. Dig a little hole in his mouth. Oops. We will have the tongue and some teeth. By pressing Alt, you can dig with clay builder, but if you don't press it, nothing you can see you can add. Like this. Let's go and select move topological. Drag it. Okay. Now let's add some eyeballs. So let's go to subtool, append, and select sphere. Let's select our sphere. Press E to scale. Let's scale down. Like this. Now let's press move. Press shift to be aligned. And just make it more like this. Press E again and let's create our huge eyeball. Just a little bit smaller. Okay, now let's duplicate, go into the formation and mirror. And he will set it perfectly in symmetry. But later on, I want to make this one smaller, like this, because it will look more cute like this. But before that, I'm going to use still using symmetry until I find the perfect time to renounce it. So until then, let's continue working in symmetry. I'm not really sure how to make his head to look more cute. Roundish or more. I will figure out that later on. Okay, I think we are set for our ZBRUSH. Before everything you want to do, don't forget to save your project time to time. So I usually call it 1, 2, doesn't matter how you call it, just save it. Okay, now let's go and make our first ZBRUSH. So let's go to geometry. Let's keep the big divide, more divide. Let's go to ZBRUSH. And let's keep our 5 targets and adapt. Just press ZBRUSH like this. Let's wait to ZBrush to make his duties. Okay, so now we have our first topology that I found pretty decent. doesn't make a good job over here, but overall I'm pretty satisfied. So we're going to continue our sculpting. I don't think that I'm going to enter in too many details of this character, but I'm rather going to make it more like chubby one. Like this. Let's start working on some chubbiness. Let's add more device now. BD to Demian standard. Separate like this. Press B, go to inflate and continue. Let's add some small wrinkles over here. Something like this. Add more over here. I'm trying to stay focused on this character and I'm forgetting to talk. So sorry about that, but this is also an exercise for me, starting making better tutorials. So when I'm talking less, it's the time when I'm concentrated on creating or thinking ahead what to add. Like now I just discovered that I could add some wrinkles on the arms. So when I'm lower my voice, I'm trying to figure out what to add more in to this character, what to do. I was used to work like this, never talk, so it's pretty new for me what I'm doing right now, so please bear with me. And let's continue working on the overall shape. Let's drag our belly. Right now what I'm trying to do is just to set my my mesh to look decent, cute, etc. Like this. Let's make his face more like a duck, something like this. So it seems like he have a huge cute smile. From now on I think that everything you do, it's pretty much your interpretation of how you want to look like. Let's add another divide because little by little I'm going to enter in more details. So let's delimit his belly. Something like this. Let's make it deeper. Now let's go to inflate and stitch it together more close. This distance. Smooth it out. I'm trying to make a small difference from his main belly and the rest of the body. So So I'm trying to delimitate that. Still searching what to. Maybe I will erase it later, I don't know. If I don't like it, I will. But for now I'm going to leave it like that. Okay. Also, there's another interesting approach, maybe I will do it later, is to actually separate in separate subtool using edge tool, and maybe they will look much better, but let's keep them together for now on one single mesh. Let's make our more chubby hands. Add some wrinkles over here. Let's add some shape, smooth. From now on it's a long process of adding and smoothing until you like your result. Let's add more subdivide. When I do not need the subdivide, I just press Shift D and I will decrease it, and with D on the keyboard you will increase it. So it's a good shortcut. I'm trying to make it as simple as possible, the shape. And also I'm not really sure how long will be this video tutorial. I hope it's not too long, it's not too boring. But this is the process, what we can do. We can scan this character from real life, but the problem is that we cannot catch it. I think that should be a joke, but I'm too concentrated to. Okay. Now let's move to the head. So let's isolate it by Ctrl Shift. We can go and select lasso and just drag it. And we have only our head in our interest. Let's make our shape to cover more. Like this. I'm trying to make it look happy and funny, so we should make a big smile on his face. I think in most part I could speed up this video because it's a very repetitive way, but maybe next time. I'm going to add time to time some of my thoughts. Maybe I'm going to add some eyebrows, but separate from this mesh. As you can see, one eye is smaller. I didn't uncheck the symmetry yet. I will in a few. Let's make his deep nose. Damien, as you can see, I'm working faster, pressing faster the shortcuts. Let's make it more roundish, more like this, smooth out. Let's make it a little bit bigger and approach it more. Let's not make him angry. Okay, let's see all together. Okay, I think it starts to get some shape. Okay, now let's make some teeth just for fun by let's mask over here and let's mask over here. Let's go to subtool, extract, and press extract, accept. Unmask, let's go to our teeth, like this, and let's go to masking, uncheck this one, geometry, ZBRUSH. Okay, inflate, no, before that let's press X to go in symmetry and let's go inflate. Press shift to smooth out. Let's go to move topological and just let's make some cute, very fast teeth. like this. Okay, let's move them more. Nope, Ctrl Z, let's max the lower teeth and just move it in here. By pressing Alt and select our mesh, we can move it to our head and just drag it more in front, like this. Want it to be more in front. Something like this. Okay, let's save it. Let's make another one, 3. Okay, now let's select with Alt, select our teeth, unmask the lower one and continue make them. Let's make them smaller. A pretty decent fast teeth. Okay, let's go and try another thing that I want to see how it's looking. We can always go back, but to keep this, let's go and select this one, duplicate, and uncheck this one, actually uncheck everything. Now let's go to polyframe and let's mask this belly. Like this. Okay, now let's go back to polyframe, press Ctrl W, and we have our mask. Let's unmask. Let's go to duplicate. No, sorry, delete. Let's go to split and group split. As you can see, we have split in our mesh. Now we have 2 mesh. Okay, now let's go to our belly, like this. And let's hide by Ctrl Shift Alt. Let's hide some thing that we do not want. Like this. Doesn't matter. Let's go to geometry. Let's go to the higher, press delete. Geometry, modify topology, delete hidden. Now let's hide this part, Ctrl W. Let's hide this part, Ctrl W, and etc. like this. Ctrl W, hide this one, Ctrl W, this one, like this one. Okay, let's add this one. Okay, let's delete what we have in the background. But why? Ctrl Z. Let's hide this one. I'm not sure why that was happening, but we do not need this one. Okay, go back and delete. Okay, now let's press this one. No, not yet. Let's go to geometry and modify topology. No, edge loop, sorry. And let's go to panel loops and make it 1, and let's make a test panel loops. But before that, let's press Ctrl Z, go to ZBRUSH and add our lower ZBRUSH. We should have this more. Let's hide this one. So we have more correct edges, more like this. I'm not sure what happened. Okay. Before we add ZBRUSH, we need to freeze our group. So we'll keep our poly groups. I forgot that. Let's press again. Let's... Not sure why. Keep groups, not freeze groups. So many mistakes. 0.5 ZBRUSH. Okay, much better. Much better. I don't know what's this one, but we do not need that. Modify, delete. Okay, let's press again on the ZBRUSH and same. Way better. Perfect. Now let's go to modify. No, let's go to edge loop and press panel loop. As you can see, we have our small shell. Okay, now let's go to our dyno. Now that we have this one, we can go to this and delete. Let's go to our main character and select it, select our new belly, and for now we can, let's drag it to see it better, like this. Make it now we can go to main character and just hide our surface beneath, like this. Okay, let's go back to this one and let's press D so we can see how it's look. Pretty decent. Let's press Shift D. Let's go to geometry, divide, Let's add more. B, inflate, and let's add some inflate like this. Smooth it out. We can approach this one. Why did I choose to separate this? Because I feel that I will have more control of this belly shapes. Doesn't matter if we separate it, because if we want to have a low poly character, we can make retopology later on, or you can do anything you want. So, but I wanted to separate to control this shape much better and way faster. So let's go to our main character, and we can add some borders. And then smooth it out. Let's leave it for now like this, and let's continue our shape. If we press this pencil tool, we will have the same color, so it's like it's the same shape. Let's open everything we have. Now let's continue working and adding and clarify everything. Make more chubby, smooth it out. Oops. Let's see others caps. This is funny one. You can download more from Pixologic website for skin ones, for everything. Let's add some wrinkles. I don't want to make too many, I want to make more simplest. This cartoonish. I like this matte cam. I like the color and it's pretty relaxing for the eyes to work with. Let's add some wrinkles. Let's go back to another one. As you can see, I'm still working on the whole image because I do want to check everything and make it little by little. I do not want to fix on just one single detail like face or like mouth. I want to see it like a whole, to be sure that I'm going in the direction that I want to go, and I like what I'm trying to achieve. Also, I start to smooth out a lot of things because I want to make it more simplistic, because that I see the cartoon characters all the time has those simplest way, but I think the simplicity is the hardest. I find the most hard thing to make is the simple one, because you do not have too many details to cheat with, like the American Indian that I made. I start to add a lot of wrinkles and on the head, and instantly I have so many details that the eyes can be tricked. So that's why I find the simple shapes more difficult to make, because they are more clear. Let's add some wrinkles over here, just a few ones, like this. I think we can add, let's see, yes, this tail can be bent over here, so let's add and smooth something like this. Let's make this nose a little bit more spot on. Okay, next step, let's add his tongue. So let's go to Ctrl Shift, select his mouth, like this. Let's hide this one. Let's make a mask over here. And let's go to extract. As you can see, we have our mask in the bottom also, so we need to go press Ctrl, go to brush, auto masking, and uncheck auto mask fiber mesh. Okay, now if we press Ctrl Alt, we can unmask this one, but we should have over here, but still do not. I don't know why. Maybe it's too... okay. Now we are good. Now let's press extract again. We do still have beneath, but it doesn't matter. Let's accept it. Let's add mask. Let's go to our mask. Let's hide this one by pressing Ctrl Shift Alt. Like this. Let's unmask, go to geometry, modify topology, delete hidden. Now let's go to ZBRUSH, press 1, we need to be low poly, ZBRUSH, and wait ZBrush to make it think. Okay, pretty decent. Press X to have symmetry. Let's move it out. Okay, let's make another ZBRUSH, but let's press half. Okay, much better. Let's unhide everything. Okay, now let's select our tongue, press inflate, and let's make it more cartoonish, as I remember from cartoons when I was young. That curves, simple curved tongue. But inflate one. Something. Something like this. Let's work more. Let's add some wrinkles, of course. That's why I was missing. Okay, next step. Let's step up for symmetry from now, and let's make this eye more appropriate to the eyeball, like this. But let's make this eyes, let's make big eyes like the character one from cartoons, like this. We can add more contour to this eyes, of course. Let's go back to the symmetry by pressing X, and let's make our eyebrows. Doesn't matter if we don't have the other side, we can make it like this. Let's press extract, accept. Too big. Okay. Let's go to ZBRUSH. Let's make it half. Okay, next let's start working on legs. This should be one of the most important things. So let's select this one. Let's hide the rest of them. Press F to be close. We do not have symmetry, so that's why we have selected just one. Okay. And now let's make the foot more interesting. Of course you can add more details, you can work it further, but for me this is more of presentation and also my first time talking all the way through my production. This is also new for me. Now let's make some small claw. Again, mask. Mask. Extract. Accept. Unmask. Let's go to extractions. Unmask. Press X to be on the symmetry. And now let's go to geometry, ZBRUSH, press 1 and ZBRUSH. Shift to smooth out. Let's see our character. Let's go to move. And let's make our small claw. Let's try to keep them more roundish, so to be more cute, not too sharp. Let's select. Kinda like this one and this one. Continue working on our small claw. I kinda like them like this. Okay, next step, let's add some more details. Let's make some mask. One here, one here. Let's go to extract, and we can make them bigger. Accept. Unmask. Let's unmask. Let's press X to symmetry, going to move and make them like this. Now let's go to geometry, let's press 0.5 and zero mesh. Perfect. Let's smooth out. We can add, let's duplicate this one and let's go to scale and scale it down, move it in front, and let's make some small iris. Something like this. Duplicate. And that's it. I mean, you can continue from now on adding more details to the hand, or we can do a lot of things to this character, painting it. Of course, we could zero mesh it and make it more smooth, work more in the hand. I think I will work more in the hand in my free time if I'm going to continue this character. But I think this is all for this small cute dino, dragon or crocodile character. I really had fun building it. I hope you learned something. Please, I do apologize for me not talking, just working and talking too slow for you, but this was a huge step for me. Thank you for watching. If you finding interesting and you also want to see more videos, please subscribe to my channel. Also, I start uploading some videos on Gumroad. Those videos are more support for me to continue what I start doing. So if you want to help me out, you can go on my Gumroad page on the link description below and take a look. Okay, thank you for watching. See you next time. Take care.